The impossible siege, how a shout shattered the walls of Jericho. The hook, the indestructible city. History's greatest military mystery isn't a secret weapon or a brilliant flank. It's a shout. For 3,000 years, the story of Jericho has been dismissed as a Sunday school fairy tale. A massive, impenetrable Bronze Age fortress, brought down by a few trumpets and a loud noise. It sounds impossible. It sounds like a myth. But what if I told you that archaeology has found the fallen stones? What if the impossible physics of this siege actually matched the dirt and the debris found at the site? Today, we are deconstructing the siege of Jericho. We're stripping away the cartoons to look at the terrifying reality of 1400 BCE warfare, the geological smoking gun, and why those walls didn't just fall, they turned into a ramp. The defenses, why Jericho was God mode. To understand why this was a miracle, you have to understand engineering. Jericho wasn't just a city. It was a vertical nightmare for an invader. It had a double-wall system. The first wall was a massive stone retaining wall, and on top of that was a mud brick wall 6 feet thick. Behind that, the ground sloped upward to another, even higher wall. If you were an Israelite standing at the base, you were looking at a 50-foot tall barrier of stone and brick. You didn't have siege towers. You didn't have battering rams. You were a desert wandering tribe against the most sophisticated fortification in the Levant. According to the text, the city was straightly shut up. No one went in, no one came out. They were prepared for a years-long famine. Then Joshua did something that made no military sense. 3. The psychological warfare, the 6-day silence. Most sieges are loud. Shouting catapults the screams of the dying. But for 6 days, Joshua's army did something terrifying. They said nothing. They just walked. Once a day, thousands of men circling the city in total silence, punctuated only by the low, haunting blast of the shofar, the ram's horn. This was high-level psychological warfare. By day 7, the tension inside those walls must have been at a breaking point. They were waiting for the attack, but the attack was a parade. Until the 7th lap on the 7th day. The science of the shatter, resonance or quake. Here is where the mythbusters get interested. On the 7th day, the people shouted, and the Bible says the walls fell down flat. Archaeologist Kathleen Kenyon and later Dr. Bryant would found something stunning in the Strata of Jericho. The mud brick walls didn't fall inward. They collapsed outward and downward. This is crucial. If the walls fall outward, they create a natural ramp of debris. This is exactly what the Bible describes. The people went up into the city, every man straight before him. The science, was it resonance frequency? Could a million voices hitting the exact resonant frequency of sun-dried mud brick cause a structural failure? Or was it the Jordan Rift Valley? Jericho sits on a major fault line. Did a perfectly timed earthquake, the finger of God, strike at the exact moment of a shout? The aftermath, the burning evidence. Usually, when a city is conquered, the first thing soldiers do is loot the food. But the Jericho dig revealed something bizarre. Jars full of charred grain. This confirms 2 things from the biblical account. The siege was short, the food wasn't eaten. The city was burned, but not looted, just as Joshua commanded. The evidence is literally baked into the ground. Whether you believe it was a tactical earthquake or a divine vibration, the result was the same. The impenetrable city vanished in a single afternoon. The conclusion, why we still talk about Jericho. The siege of Jericho isn't just a story about walls falling. It's a story about the impossible becoming inevitable. Whether you view this through the lens of faith or as a perfectly timed geological event capitalized on by a brilliant military leader, one thing is certain. The ruins of Jericho tell a story that matches the text far better than the skeptics ever expected. The walls are down. The mystery remains. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe the sound frequency theory, or was this a perfectly timed earthquake? Which ancient mystery should we deconstruct next? The Red Sea? The Giant of Gath? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. Don't forget to smash that like button if you want more historical exposes. Subscribe and hit the bell. Next week, we are looking at the Ark of the Covenant and the terrifying science behind why no one was allowed to touch it. Keep seeking the truth. I'll see you in the next one.